Alright guys, today we're out here on Revontuli Coast to continue a search for some of the rares we need as well as for some of the diamonds we are yet to get with the recurve. We've been trying to get every single diamond species with the recurve bow, and while we're getting closer to achieving that goal, there are still a few species remaining. In fact, one of the species I'm looking for is the mountain hare, and here we have the track of a potential level 3. You know, the mountain hare along with the hazel grouse is perhaps the rarest diamond on this reserve, so if we manage to get that one off the list right here, it would be amazing. Now, as you probably already know, this week we got the first look at the upcoming Australian map, which is called Emerald Coast, revealing that it will come with 14 different species including 8 new ones. We will be able to hunt the rusa deer, the sambar deer, the hawk deer, the banting, the magpie goose, as well as the saltwater crocodiles, the stubborn quail, and the eastern grey kangaroo. It's without any doubt a very exciting animal lineup without even counting the repeated species like the red deer and the fallow deer, so I simply cannot wait to play this map. I think it's gonna be one of the best maps ever released, and I really wonder how many cool new rare variations we'll see for those new species. I mean, just imagine an albino sambar or an albino banting, or think about how many cool rares the saltwater crocodile could have. You know, I can easily see this map becoming my new favorite because the amount of fantastic species it has is just amazing. Alright, there she is. Hopefully level 3. Level 2. 5 estimate. I wouldn't call it a diamond potential even if a score of 5.6, which is the minimum diamond score, falls within the scores covered by such estimate, which is 5. Although I still dropped the recurve because we cannot discard a surprise. Let's see. 5.21. She is really close to what I would consider a big score, so the best thing about this guy is definitely the model. I think the mountain hare has one of the best models in the entire game, and I actually still need all the rares for this species. I need the molting, I need the white, and of course I also need a level 3 with a recurve, which essentially means that we need to hunt them a lot more than we usually do, because this is one of the species that I tend to ignore, so we're gonna hunt them a lot more now. Alright, we're still on the same session, and this time I stumbled on the track of a potential level 9 lynx. We are currently on this area, which is a place where I like to look for hazel grouse and black grouse. You know, it's a nice location to find those species, and certainly coming across what could be a diamond potential lynx is something that I wasn't expecting. Now, talking about another of the exciting additions that is gonna come with the next update, in the last expansive fall stream we got the first look at the upcoming Great One fallow deer. You know, we got a close look at the multiple fur variations as well as the multiple rags, and I have to say that from all the great ones that have been released, this one is definitely my favorite. You know, all the variations we got to see are absolutely incredible, they look amazing, and I have to say that from all those variations, my favorite is definitely the fabled painted. I simply think it's the most unique looking of all the furs we got to see. I think it's the most striking. And whenever I do a grind for a Great One fallow deer, I will definitely be looking forward to get that variation. You know, I've never been a huge fan of Great One grinding, nor of grinding in general, although I still grind in some occasions if I need a particular trophy, but in the case of this fallow deer, I definitely plan to grind really hard for one. Okay, there goes the lynx. Is he a level 9? No, level 7. He is unfortunately as small as a max estimate can be, a level 7, and he will go down. Now let's see a score of this lynx, which of course being below max level doesn't have any chance to be a diamond, although maybe the mythicals may have a slim chance to make it, but definitely not the 7s. 25.69, he was close to be a mythical. We hit a double long at 71 meters with the 243 Cuomo, and surprisingly we chased them for 1.57 kilometers even though it didn't feel that long. So now let's continue and let's see if we can find some actual trophies, perhaps on a different server. Well, that's a thing. I don't think I've ever seen a Capercaillie attacking a lynx, and imagine if they were capable of killing them, that would be hilarious. I mean, it would be amazing until it happens to the level 9 lynx you are tracking, right? And the funny thing is that something similar used to happen with the pumas on Parque when it was possible for them to kill other animals, so you know you were tracking perhaps a level 5 mule deer only to find it dead somewhere cause a puma killed it, which of course caused a lot of people to complain because many trophies were being lost and eventually that resulted in that mechanic being removed. Now, I don't know why, but the Capercaillie seemed to be especially angry today. That one is also aggressive, but this time he's mad with us. Oh! Level 3. Let's see if we can hit him here. I don't think we did. Now this other Capercaillie is dead, so let's go try to find the level 3 again. And actually the Capercaillie is one of the diamond species I must get with the recurve, so the fact we missed both shots may not be bad news because now we're gonna have a chance to use the recurve. It's probably gonna be really far from being easy though, because the Capercaillies tend to take off like way outside of the recurve range after being spooked, and probably the best scenario is the one on which that max level goes aggressive and attacks us just as that one. It would be the ideal scenario since getting him with the recurve would be a piece of cake. I mean, as easy as this. So hopefully that happens, but I doubt it. And well, this one is not too far from Diamond actually, 4.54. He's a really big level 2. And now I hope the level 3 goes aggressive, or at least gets close enough to give us an opportunity to use this bow. Oh look, he's flying this way. Let's see. No. We lost the chance. And it's honestly gonna be really hard to get a better opportunity than that one. Except that he's flying towards us again. That's it. We got him. We just got what is probably our first ever Diamond Capercaillie with a recurve, which I normally would call a guaranteed diamond being a level 3, but the other day while playing on Mel's gaming server, I got a level 3 Capercaillie, and surprisingly, it ended up being a troll. You know, that was the first troll Capercaillie I've ever seen. I used to think that that was impossible, but in fact it is. So fingers crossed this one is actually big enough. 4.76, he's a diamond. Our first Diamond Capercaillie with a recurve, and I think we certainly have to thank our luck this time because the fact he returned after missing that first shot was really lucky. Now we can focus on other species, like for example the hazel grouse and the black grouse, which are also diamonds I need to get with the recurve, but before we go for those, we gotta conclude our single player waterfall grind by getting a diamond goldeneye. Alright guys, we're back on single player, we're back on the waterfall grind, and just as in the last couple of weeks I'm trying to find the diamond goldeneye, mainly because it's one of the last species I need to get with the recurve. So I really wanna find one before the new map gets released, but our luck with the goldeneyes has never been impressive. You know, I only have one diamond of them and it actually took me like 2 months to get it, so hopefully it won't take that long this time. And even though my luck with the max level goldeneyes is not the best, I really cannot complain about my luck with the other max levels, especially because we've been finding quite a lot of diamonds of the other species. And actually right here, I just spotted another massive tufted duck. Like seriously massive. He has the biggest estimate I've ever seen on a tufted duck, which makes me think he may be a max core. The only thing is that I don't know where he is. You know, I was too busy talking and I got distracted. I mean, the first time I saw it, he was still flying, so there is a possibility that he spooked and I didn't realize, oh never mind, there he is. Fortunately, he's still there, and as you can see, he has a top estimate of 1046, which as I said is the biggest estimate I've ever seen on a tufted duck. So even though I don't need to, We are gonna use the recurve. He is down. We know it is a guaranteed diamond since his bottom estimate was already above the diamond requirement, so the question is how big it is. 994.26. What a monster. Not really sure if this is my biggest because I also have another 994, but the fact we got this one with the recurve makes it a bit more special for me. I mean, score-wise, he may not be my biggest by a few decimals, but I still would consider this my personal best.